Always helps when you can get out and profit, even when you screw up like that.
Yep. I got two that I think are good to look at tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely get at it. Do we have? Is our friend Cash in here?
I'm here. Sorry, I was setting up the recorder and letting you guys speak.
Oh no, all good.
I
just kept hearing the stream go on and off, so I was like,
yeah, it's good now. So what an interesting day today. I'm just gonna go over SPY real quick. Looks like we had this little this fight this morning, which I think tricked a lot of us out. I know that Momo tried getting into puts, and I think a few of you guys even made money on puts. Let me find volume for a second.
They were profitable until they weren't.
Yeah, I mean that just happens.
It'd be like that.
It looked like to me that we were coming down, but it was coming down earlier today, and we briefly talked about it. It was a good.
It broke a rising wedge too at one point.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a bad play at all. So I didn't want you to think that. I'm trying to figure out where it was. Was it over here today or?
It was probably before 2:00, somewhere in there. I was watching on the 5-minute at one point, and then I think you were watching the 15, and then just took off.
Yeah.
Around 1-2 o'clock.
Well, I know that part, but I'm trying to figure out where you had gotten in because it had broken.
Oh, I got in 10 a.m. or so right after you guys did right when Papa did snow puts.
Friday, Monday. I'm trying to find Monday right now.
10:15, 10:30.
Today's the 17th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. It trickled down all the way like this, right?
Mm-hmm. And then it kind of came back down again.
Yeah, I think it had it had something where I was I'm pretty sure it was going to come down. I think it might have been right here. I had retested this, dropped down, it came all the way down here, and then it suddenly blasted off. And then later on, an hour later, I was watching the 15-minute, and I was like, oh shit, this is going to change. And I should have alerted it too, but I was kind of spooked out after being down in Meta. Sometimes I lose my confidence midday. Because we had this breakout right here. And as you guys could see, it went 162%, even 200%. Calls have not been easy in this game right now, so I'm super cautious about that.
Well, that's why I wanted to make sure I called out at one point when it was 4 or 5%. I was just don't let it go back to being red. Naturally, I held with my own conviction, but at least wanted to let you guys take the out. I'm kind of at this point going to hold it for a FOMAC hedge.
Yeah. I mean,
not that I expect rates to get cut, but you never know. They could get hawkish.
I think they're going to push it up. Well, I think they're going to fill this gap tomorrow, 573. And I think they might even fill this gap up by Thursday. But, yeah, I mean, obviously it can go the other direction, too. The only reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at, I'm going to change this to the 5. If we change this to the 5, we're over the 5 now. We closed above it twice. So, maybe we do have a pullback, and maybe it tests this 560 level, 563 level, to see if this is legitimate. But we're not below this anymore like we were this whole time. We're back above it. So I think we should be flipping back to buying dips and not shorting rips. Although we could find out this could be a fake out, and this could be rejecting the let's throw in a 15 here. Maybe it's going to reject this 15. But overall, I think we should be trying to buy any dips on SPY because of that. Usually once you have a daily close over the daily 5 moving average, you flip the other direction. But we will see. I mean, they could, like you said, they could fill this freaking 152 gap too. So, and maybe I don't know if it's gonna happen, but maybe it rejects this, comes down. Anyway, That was a good setup that we saw today. I want to talk about Meta really quick. So Meta, we had a false breakout, got screwed on the open. I should have waited a little bit longer, clearly. But the reason why I didn't sell is because we didn't break this low. Like, I know the contract would probably lose 100% if it went all the way down here. But, like, when we were right here and a bunch of people were selling, which I do understand, you know, it moved all the way back up. It's the chart is either making lower lows or it's making higher highs. So you shouldn't sell until you break a lower low. Otherwise, you know, the stock could come back and hit our profit targets, and then you just took a loss for no reason. Like, I know it sucks to look at red, but if you're that emotionally invested in it, you need to set alarms and not watch it. I think everybody here would rather hold onto a ticker or contract and then profit over the next few days than, you know, lose 50% just because, you know, you got scared of some red. I do understand it's not fun. I think a lot of people have just been like listening to the wrong type of traders in the past and have gotten used to just cutting early because they're getting screwed. But if just from like a logical standpoint, you know, the market isn't trending, the stock isn't trending back down until it breaks this level. Another part of the reason too is that I went far out of the money, and you know, I usually hate doing that, but I'm trying to like get cheaper contracts so everybody can hop in. It was like $500 instead of $1,000. It would have been way less of a percent drop if we had gotten something that was in the money. I think I'm just gonna have to focus on SPY and QQQ for you guys who are on smaller accounts, and then just swing normal contract sizes for these types of plays, because otherwise we just risk having that crazy volatility and getting chewed up by theta and IV, which is not what we want. So from now on, I'm just going to trade what I normally trade for these types of contracts, and like I said, do the smaller ones on the indexes where I can call out $100 to $200 contracts and not be too far out of the money. I just wanted to say that, like, you got to stick to the stop losses I give you. If you're worried about losing money, then don't risk more than you're willing to lose, because we want to see it go. We want it to be 100% of a loss before we cut it down here and then have it move all the way back up here. You know, if this goes up to 6:30 tomorrow, or this week, like I think it will, you know, that sucks. Take a 50% loss when you could take 100 to 200%. So I just wanted to clarify that, and I wanted to show you another example too, where last week, and you know, this one's on me, but we had this setup right here, right? Microsoft came out of this wedge, it didn't work out, dropped all the way down here, but it never broke this low. It never actually was a cut, like a real cut. And then look, it went all the way up to the profit target. So it's like, yeah, sometimes the entries don't always work out, but we should really hold on to them and average down unless we break this level, because they end up hitting our profit targets later on because it never made a lower low. It never trended down. It's just in consolidation. It's consolidating and then it's moving back up. That's my thesis anyway. And I think that's the correct way to trade. Obviously, it's your guys' money, so do what works best for you. I'm going to keep trying to get the better entries, but you know, they're not always instant winners. But that doesn't mean that they're instant cuts either. So it's just something to think about. You said when you say a lower low, does that mean for the day or the week or the month? Well, it depends what time frame you're looking at. In this case, we were watching a breakout on the I think it was the 65-minute when I did this one. So the lowest low of this trend on the 65-minute is right here. It's whatever time frame you're on. You know, if we find a breakout on SPY, like right here, or this is Microsoft, sorry. Like if you're playing something just like this, then you probably want to use this one as your low. Yeah, you do want to use this one as your low. It's always the your confirmation candle. You go back to the previous pivot point. That's your stop loss. In this case, it would have been this one, not this one. But and almost all of them, it's right here. So it depends on what time frame you're on in the breakout you're on. Like we'll go to the SPY today. So like this one was a confirmation candle. So this one would be your stop loss. And I know it's really far away. What you can do is you can do the low of the confirmation candle, but you're going to have way more losers up here that end up being winners later on. But that's up to your own preference. I'd rather sit on it and not take a loss, or have one giant loser and then have it hit and wait and have it hit my targets. But I believe in my system, so it's a little bit easier for me. So you're asking about NVIDIA. Did you say you bought one? When did you buy it? You didn't buy it today, did you? Oh boy. Yeah, that probably was a mistake. We'll find out, but I mean, we'll see. We have this giant trend line, right? Huge trend line, and it rejected it. That's not a good sign. Are you up, down? We'll see what happens. I mean, they could still gap it up tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it depends where you bought it.
Bounce off that fair value gap.
Yeah, I mean, it could move up, but it depends where you bought it. You know, if you bought down here, I think Lee, when you said NVIDIA might reverse, that was smart to buy it down here.
Yeah.
But if you bought it up here, well, that's a little bit different, you know. Like it was perfect, or I don't want to say perfect. Nothing's perfect in trading, but that was a good breakout because I remember you calling it out here, and I remember looking at it. I just didn't alert it. So I don't know. I think I wouldn't be surprised if NVIDIA tries to fill this gap. If they gap it up tomorrow, I'd probably be trying to get out of it. Just because it's had such a huge rejection off this trend line. It didn't have a ton of volume, though. We'll see. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. I don't love it. Another one I wanted to show you guys that I think is going to be in play soon. And this doesn't mean hop in this right away. But I think GE, might be a bull flag. We have to still wait for another candle to close above here. I guess it's not. It's interesting either way. It looks like it has the potential to rock it up. Although it is potentially rejecting that fair value gap. I don't know. I think this might be in play. We'll see. PLTR and ACHR with their partnership. I don't know anything about the news. I didn't read about it, but I can tell you what the chart's doing. Let's see. I'm going to turn this off for a minute so we can see what we're looking at here. I mean, this looks like it could fire up. It's kind of had like a little breakout here, retest. Yeah, I mean it looks like it's gonna push up to 93. It's still super overvalued though. I mean, I can check ACHR too. I mean, looks like it's trying to break out. MACD is starting to cross. It's always something you want to see too. What I was trying to say earlier, though, before I forget, is that how do I hide this one? Is that you can kind of use the MACD with these breakouts. If you have a MACD where it's in positive, your wedge breakouts are going to be much stronger and much bigger and have way more success. You can see all the examples if you go back and like actually back test it. All the big ones, all the really successful ones had a positive MACD. Can you guys mute yourself if you're not speaking? So yeah, if you like back test this on the upside and the downside, you can see that the wedges with the MACDs work the best. So that's just something that I was watching today and saw on SPY, and I was like, oh wow, you know that. I mean, obviously it makes sense when you think about it. You got to mute yourself. Hold on. All right. Yeah, so just that's something you can use for the wedges if you're having a hard time figuring out which ones are going to work the best and not. You know, you can see the MACDs curl over, or they happen when they're already positive. So I just wanted to mention that. Anyway, this had a nice breakout. It's crossing. It's probably going to still go up. You can keep an eye on this one. Oops, come on. I mean, it looks like it, you know, it's going to have to make a new high above 8.5. Otherwise, it's probably going to have a pullback where you can go long. I mean, 7.5 would be very nice. It depends how good their news was, too. I mean, it's hitting these fair value gaps up top. RSI is kind of outside the envelope, which is telling you that it's probably going to pull back. But, you know, there's something you want to buy a dip on. Am I on okay. Yeah, it sounds like a great for an investment, though, like Grumble Cakes is saying. So, remember, I'm just considering options right now. If I go on a weekly, there ain't much going on with this. But I'm sure it'll keep going on the news if it's as bullish as you guys think it is. It makes sense. Somebody asked for ELV. You're in puts. I wouldn't play puts on this. Recently had a, oops, why does this always do this to me? Had a breakout. See, it happened over the MACD too, and the RSI. It's pushing up. It's trying to fill this gap. So I definitely wouldn't be playing puts until it's somewhere in this gap. Even then, I mean, unless you're doing like maybe an intraday play, but kind of playing with fire. Looks pretty bullish right now. Papa, do you have any stocks that you want to talk about? You usually got some good ones. If not, I can just hit the scanner.
I didn't realize I was on mute. Jesus, I've been talking this whole time.
Oh, really?
Someone called out LEU last week, and it made a great play. I'm curious to just look at it. I didn't check it today, but
What is it?
LEU. Oh, no.
This is the daily.
They called it out on that gap up though, like before it hit.
Yeah,
I feel like
Crumbles called it out. I mean, it looks like it's starting to move up. It could. We'll see what happens. The MACD still needs to cross. RSI still needs to cross. You know, it's still trending down technically by definition. But it's not. I mean, it's not bad. If you get over 81.25, you know, you're going to start moving up.
Exxon's been kind of rippling.
Just so you know, Crumble Cakes, I mean, at least this is the definition that Investopedia gives. Any cup and handle where the handle goes past the 0.5, it's considered invalidated. So that pattern wouldn't be held true anymore. Not that it won't go up, but what you said, XLM?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Are you still in calls? Finally.
No, I took a couple of wins. I've just been out of it for a week or two now.
Finally had that huge breakout.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's mine. I was gonna say. This is mine too. Yeah, it looks like it's headed. It looks like it's headed to that target we've been talking about. You should call this out tomorrow. I bet you it tries. I bet you it bounces off at this somewhere right around here. Even. Hold on. Maybe even down there. It's got that fair value gap right here too. So I would look to go long on that fair value gap. That's going to be a good one.
What's the fair value gap at?
It's between 112.22 and 113.23. And I bet you it would be, you know, closer to that 112.85.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do QCOM. And then I want to look at the scanner. I want to start focusing more on the scanner and us finding plays that are trending. Okay, you said you got a call. I mean, that looks like it's trying to form a base here. MACD's about to cross. You might get your push. Freaking market's a pain in the ass, though.
Mm-hmm.
Breakouts that would usually work in the bull market just have not been working well for us. I think QCOM could see 164 like in this week potentially if the market doesn't sell off. I could see something going like this. So yeah, I mean it looks good right now. You know, things might change. It's like near its third touch for the trend line. Come on. It's heading up near its third touch, so maybe watch out for 160.2. You know, if it rejects that level, you might come back down. But if it blows past that, you should be able to get up to that higher level. 163. Really depends on what this market gives us this week. I've seen a lot of bearish flow, but at the same time, it doesn't really look like we're bearish right now. And then you said ED. I mean, this thing's just firing up. This looks good. Man, you gotta let us know about some of these.
I wasn't on the last couple of things to look at. I posted the chart for this yesterday or the other day when I was at work. Con Ed is Bayer, the electric and gas in like lower New York, so lower Hudson Valley and New York City.
Nice. I mean, it looks good. Let me move this down here. You're in this fair value gap, so you obviously don't want to lose this 107, 106.77. I think this could hit 111. It looks pretty good. This could be an issue, but we'll see. I like it. I think this has potential. I mean, both of these are good long areas. I'm just going to set an alarm. So how do you know when to jump on that one? Well, I would jump on this one in this fair value gap because it made a higher high, and theoretically you should be hitting this fair value gap and targeting this 1.618. And I would even, go and say that you could average down if it comes down to this one, and still target that upper level. But I probably wouldn't be holding much past this fair value gap down below. Let's see. I'm gonna refresh this. Let's see. We're on market cap greater than 10 billion. 8 EMA over 21 EMA, and we have average volume 10 days higher than the last 30 days by 10% or more. I'm gonna change this to 5% or more, just because of the way this market's been. So XOM was on your list, actually. KO.
Oh wow, Israel, Gaza, or Palestine ceasefire off.
Oh, great. Anyway,
Yeesh.
this is having a retest of this trend line. This could be a good one tomorrow, especially if we were to hit this fair value gap down in here. This one. What do you think? I mean, it looks like it's your typical breakout, retest, and explode up. Maybe this is a swing where it hits 76.
Yeah, it's sitting at the top of the Bollinger Band for me.
That's at the top?
But bounced off of the middle Bollinger Band on a retest at like, oh my God, what time is that?
It's squeezing though.
Yeah, no, it is squeezing.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
It's done like 3 taps on the top, so it can certainly bust above that. I like that call.
So maybe we enter in as soon as it crosses the halfway, which is like 70.59. Does that make sense? Is that how you usually play it?
Oh, sorry. I would say so. I mean, I usually wait for confirmation to get it to squeeze out, and then usually we'll.
So you wait for this,
and then, yeah. I'll make God, I'm like at a loss of words today. I've been bad all day. I usually make like wedges, and once like a lot of the times the wedges and the Bollinger Bands will squeeze out at like the same time.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it definitely looks like it consolidated pretty nicely. Like it retested the bottom of the Bollinger Band like 2 or 3 times
Yeah,
today.
Even closed out of it.
Yeah. So I like that. I think it could retest that gap down around 71 ish.
You think it could drop? Well, it's even squeezing on the 65 too. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean it could retest that. Yeah, you see that gap down around 61. Small. No.
Oh, this one.
Oh, I meant 70. I meant 71. I'm actually brain dead tonight.
Fine. 71.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the top one? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could think it could. If it gets above that, it's going to like 70. 73-ish. Where is that? So yeah, 73.
Yeah, if we see this fair value gap get hit too, I think we should try taking it.
What's it at, around 70?
If it pulls back to here, yeah, around 60. Well, it's between 69 and a quarter and 69.65, but it might not come down to this. It might just push up because it's squeezing up here already. I'm just thinking if the market opens tomorrow, which is something I'm watching. But yeah, I think we should definitely play this, and maybe the break above 70.32 would be the move, which kind of lines up with that Bollinger Band. We might want to put some time on this one though, like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks.
It's probably a slow mover, huh? I haven't traded it before.
Yeah, we traded it. I traded it last week. I think we did well. I think we got like 40%, but I don't remember. Where we did it. Was it here? It might have been here. So that's a good one. Did you write that one down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Timas.
do like 72 calls.
I'm just gonna go through a bunch of these. We're gonna see what's going on here.
I think Tesla might dive.
I think you're right.
God.
I'm pretty sure it will too. We can look at that in a little bit.
Yeah. I was trying to get out earlier. I'm trying to get a hang of trading view.
Oh, you're doing it now? Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it is useful.
No, it really is. I mean, at the very least, it could just be confirmation for what I'm used to.
Yeah. I don't really love.
I mean, I like being able to like draw the wedges and stuff like that. To be honest with you, at the very least, like it's pretty helpful.
Yeah, definitely. We got another squeezer.
I need to pay to get like the fair value gap shit.
We got another squeezer.
Is this T-Mobile?
Yeah, but I don't love this one. I'm still trending down. I mean, maybe it's a play over the halfway mark, but I don't know. Looks like it's going to probably pull back down and test 258. There's probably better options. Imagine these options chains aren't very good though on these. Here's one for you, Chevron. Squeezing in the upper. MACD just crossed. I don't know how the volume on the options chain is, but
I go back down and retest
yeah, it looks like it's gonna pull
that
back.
bottom Bollinger line or that middle Bollinger line coming back up around like 157-ish.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I'm hopping like a 2 hours here. All we can do. Yeah, maybe we Maybe we wait on this one.
That one's consolidation salad right there.
Yeah. We got T. T's been ripping. I always forget about this. I mean, it's got 3 touches. Come on. I mean, this could, maybe. We still gotta wait another day, probably. But maybe this fires up. It's got the volume, increased volume. It's got a little volume wedge. Not really there yet on.
It's trying to break out. Let's see if it retests it. Oh. Yeah. It's resting right on it.
Yeah, I think technically hasn't done it yet.
Oh, it got rejected.
Yeah, but maybe it. I mean, maybe it fills this little. Maybe it bounces like in there. I don't know. Probably shouldn't force it. We should pay attention to this though.
I'll put it on watch list for calls.
Mew's on here. That's a good one. Hopefully. Oh yeah, look at this puppy.
Yeah, Mew and AMD were ripping today.
I mean,
It's kind of making lower highs though.
It's kind of been in consolidation too. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess not. I mean, if we break this level, we should probably be looking to play it. But that might be a while. Let me see if there's any more obvious ones.
Tesla.
Okay, I'll do Tesla. Yeah, I mean, I still think this comes down to this level we've had marked out, 164. I mean, it rejected this right here, which is not good. I mean, bearish. Tomorrow will be your key. Like, if it gets above, your stop loss is definitely a close above 250.75. But it looks terrible.
I think it rejected somewhere close to that, either today or yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe today.
On Friday, it rejected that 250.
Friday.
Yeah. So you just want to you really want to see a flush below 231.56 tomorrow. If you do that, I think you can. By end of week, I think you could probably hit this. Let me look. Yeah, I think you're going to start pushing down probably towards 180, 182. I don't know how far out your expiration is, but
I think it's like 411 or 17. So
yeah, I think you're going to get it.
I do too.
Just watch out for your double bottom too.
Yeah, I have it in a wedge right now. It's actually like almost at the end. Like tomorrow's probably going to be, like you were saying, is going to be confirmation. It might refill that gap down from this morning.
Yeah.
And retest that 248. But if it breaks underneath tomorrow at open, then we're going to retest 232. Which in that case is pretty, might go back down to 220.
Yeah, I think I'm like almost certain it's going to see 160. It's just a matter of when.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Yeah, we'll see. It's still super overvalued, isn't it?
No, for sure.
Yeah. I don't like that the weekly is starting to move out of this envelope, but that doesn't necessarily mean it'll bounce.
PE for Tesla is still 122.54.
Yeah, so it's still
Jesus.
like what 66% overvalued. So really, its valuation should be like under 100, or even like closer to 60. I mean, I think this is a level that I've had marked up for a very long time. But I mean, it'd probably be smart to start buying it somewhere around here. Start dollar cost averaging somewhere around here, because
Lead forwards.
1, 2, 3. It's held 3 times. You know, if it bounces a 4th time, you're gonna feel really silly. Even if it comes down to here, I don't know. Unless you think the company's done for. Yeah, I could see 120 absolutely happening.
That'd be insane.
Let's see if there's anything else from this list. Growth stocks have been absolutely pumping this week.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Our friend Dark Pulse is up like 200% this week.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You can look at some Chinese stocks. I know Bob and JD were ripping face today.
Baba. Holy shit. Why is that not on my list? Oh, because it's not in the S&P or the NASDAQ. Duh. Maybe I should take off some of my filters. Yeah, I mean, pretty beautiful. It's nice. Looks good.
Yeah. So is JD.
I mean, it looks like it could keep going at 154. Yeah, it looks like it's going to keep exploding, don't you think? Think it could hit 50 soon?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to retest 47, it looks like.
It's squeezing like a motherfucker. I hate playing Baba because I got burned on it really bad one time. Oh, no, this is JB, but someone said Baba. Haven't airlines just been getting pummeled?
Well, I know Southwest got bought out, and they're just, I think they're making everyone, like they had 2 free checked bags or something like that, and they just got rid of it.
Oh, that's right. That'd be good for the stock, though, wouldn't it? Because that means more revenue, potentially. Or I guess it depends, right? Maybe people don't go to them now.
Well, Southwest fucking sucks, and that was like their one differentiator. And that's just me. If someone's a Southwest fan, I apologize. I'm a JetBlue and United guy.
I don't hate this, though. This could be a move, man.
And Gray Fox says it goes in effect in May. What'd you say? Some calls?
This could be a calls, yeah. It's got the curl, it's got the wedge. Look at it on the 65. 65 kind of pulling back though.
It is retesting that big red candle. I don't know. It's super.
I mean, it
Kind of rejected that. It's kind of sitting right at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at the daily.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Wait on. Yeah, Doge is cutting travel funds. Yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind. Oh yeah, ASTS, that's on my list here. This one was a biatch today. Although it did hit my plan that I had listed out in pre-market pretty damn well. There's this little fair value gap right here. It just freaking took forever to go all the way up. And I think I got it a little late. I think I ended up getting it in here when I should have gotten it in down here. What else is on this list? Walgreens. You had this written out before?
Yeah, we were talking about it last week when they got acquired.
I don't hate it.
I wonder when they're coming offline. They're delisting.
Oh, they are?
Ooh, I found maybe something good for kids.
What do you got?
What is that?
What do you got?
Amazon.
Kind of gross.
Icky. Fuck.
I don't know. They kind of find that support line though.
Well, I mean, it's not looking great. It looks pretty bearish. And I can see it coming down and testing that 191.
Well, let's see how it opens tomorrow, but I would certainly be inclined to play it.
Yeah, I think this might be a good one. What are you thinking?
I don't know, you put a fucking dub on the board. I've been on a cold streak.
Sorry, man.
I was thinking maybe, I don't know, what is it? After hours?
Yeah, good question.
It's at 196. 195 votes. I don't know. Give it a couple weeks.
Might be a move. All depends on how we open tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's got a little pennant action.
Yeah, if it breaks below, honestly, like 195.50.
I mean, technically, it could have a big move down. I don't know if it will, but it could. Just short term, you could do this. Target 191.5. That's probably the best bet.
Mm-hmm.
You good with this?
Yeah.
Into the apple. It's so dry. Full support so far. We need way more candles. We need like 4 or 5 more candles. Don't love that. Outside the envelope. I rejected it. Shit. Outside this one. Yeah, this is gonna pull back, isn't it? There's like a little bear flag looking thing going on here, maybe. Shorting apples, fucking tough though.
Move on.
Hmm?
There's a lot of selling at the very end of the day on that.
On this? Oh, the volume?
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. The last 10 minutes.
I think under like 212.80 slam puts for like 210, 209.
Not loving my spy call right now.
What are futures doing?
They look like they're gonna go back up. Maybe. Could be wishful thinking. I hate when they do these contract rollovers. That's why I thought we gapped up. Because it went from 5.680 to 5.727, but they just roll over the contract. So it's, I don't really understand how this works, but it starts higher.
Interesting.
Yeah, you have to like find which one they're the newest one that they have in order to see it correctly. Like the next month's. Because it had a big gap up, but the after hours price didn't change. That's why I knew Gray Fox. There's usually a different contract for like, it'll be the next month. So you go to like, we're in March, right? So you go to April. No, that's not it. I forget. I don't remember how to find it. I'll have to look later and get back to you guys. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a contract rollover. I saw somebody online mention that this is supposed to happen this week, so it has to be this. We'll see. What else do we have? I want to find one more play. What do we got written down so far that we liked? It's KO.
Exxon, KO,
Exxon.
JD, blah, blah, blah.
Need one more. Right?
We
Small.
did Qualcomm on watch, Amazon for puts, T-Mobile on watch for puts, Tesla on watch for puts. And then I'm just making a note. We're watching these for open. We'll signal whichever setup and trade we'd like to enter and alert profit stop loss price points we're targeting.
Yeah, Redfin's been shooting at, but I don't know what all these companies do. I've seen a few people mention this one before. All right, there's Quantum been getting any better?
Huh?
Has Quantum gotten any better yet?
Quantum?
Oh,
Quantum.
This one bounced off a fair value
Yeah, I
gap.
think
God
it's ripping, kind of.
yeah, look at this.
Someone alerted this last week and it ripped. looks like it bounced off that gap.
It's QBTS too, right? Oh wow.
Oof.
Motherfucker.
Ooh.
This at like 8-9 would be real nice.
Yeah.
Look at all
I
this
think
volume.
that's crazy. Is it sitting at that red candle that you drew the line from right now?
Yeah, right,
There's a
right
button.
below it.
Above it?
Right below it.
Oh, right below it. I wonder what the options chain is like on this.
I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I saw some other ones that I saw online somebody was talking about. Let me see if I can find it. LMND.
It kind of looks like Exxon before it ripped up.
This could be one.
So it's sitting at 36.98.
Yeah, I don't know how the options are though. We can check it really quick. The insurance company. Well, it looks like it's about to break out. And it's got somewhat decent volume. I think 36.5. Well, it's got a really wide spread though. 37 maybe for next Friday would be good if we find a breakout on this.
I'll mark it. Was it LMND?
Yeah. What else?
The hell's next Friday? The 29th? No, 28th.
28th.
Right?
I remember this one from a while back.
Ew.
I hate these ones that just go straight up. I mean, they're great if you're in them when you catch them below, but
Yeah, who would have thought that was going to reverse like that?
yeah. Oh, I had this one marked out. Brutal. Someone must have called this out a little while ago. I mean, this could keep going up tomorrow. Okay, I'll check out Nike. I don't know. What do you think? Seems like it's gonna pull back. Maybe.
I mean, it did backfill that gap up right there.
Yeah.
And did find a reversal. I don't know.
Maybe it keeps going.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those ones where it touches that trend line for one more third time, like around 68.
Yeah.
And then shoots back up.
Yeah. If you get a candle close above 74, it's probably decent. I want to check one more. What about this one?
is this?
Another quantum stock.
Hmm.
I don't know. We might just be grasping for straws, but I feel like I already missed it. All right, PDD and Google, and we'll probably call it there. Unless you have any more.
No, I'm good.
I mean, this one had a huge breakout. Wish we saw that a little while ago. Oh, it looks great on the daily.
Did we check the scanner yet?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I missed that. Yeah.
Went through a bunch of shit. Don't worry about it. You're good. And yeah. What about this one? What is
What's it sitting at right now?
sitting at 129? But I mean, it could reject this third touch. But maybe it's something.
I mean, we could say
Is-
we should candle close above 130, then get into like 135s or something.
Yeah, I like that.
This looks really good on even like a longer time frame too.
Let's see.
How far out do you want time frame?
It's got
Maybe
decent
daily.
volume.
If you-
On the 29 for this week. 29 and 30.
You say this? You said this week?
Yeah, it's got like really good
What's
volume on this on Friday expiration.
Oh. Okay. Is that the 21st?
But that doesn't mean
The weekly is about to break out too. If you're looking at a longer time frame.
I'll check the 3 day. Yeah, I like it. Did reject on the 10-minute. We'll see. Maybe it bounces
Yeah, I mean,
off this,
I say we need a candle close above 130.
yeah. And then
Did we find a bunch of continuation, I'm guessing, as far as these reversals are concerned across the board?
not great, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I mean, I feel like this is all setting up to just reject, and to our conversation a week or so ago, starting to short all the rips. Seems like if we're gonna do a little bear market dance, the shorting is gonna start to mount.
Yeah, we'll see. It depends. If they gap this up tomorrow, then we're good. Like if they gap everything up tomorrow, then we're good. If they don't, then yeah, I think everything will drop. Google like has this big trend line. It's testing this. It needs to get back over. I think we talked about this a while back. If it doesn't get back over, this thing's gonna floor. And it's got some small gaps to fill around 153. God, can we just stop with the bear market?
Impossible.
They're acquiring
You're looking,
wicks.
if we haven't looked at uranium yet, CCJ's like looking decent. I can throw it in the chat.
Yeah, I can do this one. Then I'm probably gonna get off.
The monthly's finally putting in the reversal we were looking for on the longer trend line.
I don't know.
But like on a longer scale.
I think
It's holding that longer term trend.
Yeah, maybe it's good.
Oclo's been putting in some decent days, but Oclo's just moves like crazy.
This could work. Okay, oh, it is a good one to watch.
Yeah, they've got the most momentum, that's for sure.
I don't like that's rejecting the SR flip. I don't know.
It's that
I
same
think it
setup
needs
to
to-
your point, but like Google and stuff, like just which way are they going to take this time?
I think it needs to pull back like one more, like to right here. I think it's probably fair value gap right there. Yeah, one of these two, and then it'll go. Is Wix? Why are they buying Wix?
Yeah, what? They're hiring Wix? That's news to me. I kind of work in that industry. It's very interesting.
I don't know. All right.
Wait, Joe, if you got a link, post that somewhere. I mean, I'll take all the reading I can do on that one tonight for homework.
Yeah. That's lethal.
It's a natural acquisition. That'd be genius of them.
So I think that if we gap up tomorrow and we make a higher high on futures than this 5738, they'll save the market this week. But if we don't, just from looking at some of the Mag 7 tickers like Apple, Google, and Amazon, I haven't checked Microsoft yet, but those are looking super bearish. They need to save this tonight if they're going to save it this week.
Did we look at anything like cruise lines or when you were out, Cash? I was talking a little bit more about like an industrial play with like Whirlpool. They were saying, I was doing some reading last week with like this whole tariffs thing with the American manufacturing can be decent, and also like the cruise lines and stuff more so just from a cheaper energy perspective, and also they just have really good bookings out for like the next year.
Which cruise line do you want me to pull up?
CCL looked decent. I think just them and RCL. I think they're like the two big ones. I just feel like this rally is going to broaden more. Like I think it'll be harder in some ways to find some stuff because the Mag 7's been so easy for the last couple of years.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, I think you want to go. I think you want to grab this on a pullback. Like if it fills this gap at like
Just that trend.
Like that would be the place to long. And then target this 22.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, it's Wiz, not Wix. What is Wiz? Oh,
Yeah, I have no
cybersecurity.
idea.
Okay, yeah, that's way different. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, why are they buying a website that they could just design themselves? All right. Well, I think we have a decent list. We have a few good tickers that are pretty good. XOM, Lemonade, and Coke. The three that I like the best so far. I think it's really going to depend on how we open up tomorrow. Let's see if that ceasefire news wrecks the market, or if they don't care. I personally don't think they'll care. I think they might save SPY, and I think we'll probably see that 573 gap fill at least, and maybe 580. But anything can happen, so we'll play whatever direction comes our way. Tomorrow I'm going to sit on the SPY and the NASDAQ and find some wedges, probably on the 5 or 15 minutes, so keep an eye out for that. I don't remember if we have any data tomorrow. I think it's just like housing stuff, so nothing too big.
Yeah, it's nothing major.
And
Wednesday,
then,
though.
Setting up for FOMAC, yeah.
And then there's no crazy earnings tomorrow, is there?
Check
there
the
no-
calendar.
Curious, just your guys' thoughts on it too from talking. I haven't been on the call, but for SPY on the daily, no concern on the wick, on the old support.
I'll pull it up and check.
Nothing crazy.
I mean,
The SPY daily
Earnings
can
tomorrow.
gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I think it's fine
Looks like some
because
pharmaceuticals.
we're over the 5 moving average now.
Oh, okay, good call.
So if it pulls back, we want to be buying dips now, not shorting rips. But like I said earlier, maybe it rejects this. That's why I think the gap can fill. I think it might try to reject this moving average up here. We'll see.
We got Micron earnings on Nike. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't even speak. We have Micron, Nike, and FedEx Thursday after close for earnings, and then Neo and Carnival. Oh, I don't think it's that Carnival, but Neo on Friday.
Micron like bounced back hard.
And General Mills.
Micron bounced back really hard. Oh, yeah, good old GIS.
Maybe it goes. I don't know. All right. Let's check in the
I'm gonna go
morning.
to bed.
Pray for a rip. Pray for the Bulls. We need it.
Except for Tesla,
I think-
I'll buy some puts.
Yeah, except for Tesla. Let's
Yeah.
Tesla go to 0. And everything
Tesla
else.
needs to die.
All right, see you guys.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.